A sigh of relief among European governments. The Greek parliament has voted in favour of the €78 billion austerity package. This vote is good news, German Chancellor Angela Merkel was the first to comment. Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou clinched enough votes to pass the first part of an austerity plan aimed at meeting EU and IMF aid requirements. But even more importantly, the Greek government prevented a default of its debt-laden nation. The next step is tomorrow. The Greek parliament will vote again to secure a bill setting out the details of the budget cuts and asset sales. The International Monetary Fund sticks to its 60-year-old policy to always name a European to head the fund. However, for the first time in its history, the managing director will be a woman, Christine Lagarde. Lagarde had fierce competition from Mexican Central Bank Governor Agustin Carstens, who garnered support from Latin America, Canada and Australia. However, the US last-minute endorsement for Lagarde may have proved the tipping point, ending one of the most hotly contested succession battles in IMF history. The French finance minister will begin her 5-year term on July 5th. Meanwhile, in her first TV appearance since being appointed as the incoming managing director, Lagarde talked about the Greek debt crisis and speculation of Greece leaving the Eurozone.
That is the worst scenario, which must be imperatively and by all means avoided. It must be done in a concerted and collective manner. All the creditors will have to come to Greece's bedside, and Greece has to take itself in hand in a responsible manner. Obviously, by being attentive to its public finances and to those who are in the most difficult circumstances.
China's Premier Wen Jiabao and Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel have agreed trade deals worth at least €200 billion over the next 5 years. Trade between Germany and China has surged over the years, but the amount each invests in the other is far from equal. Germany has around €20 billion invested in China, whereas China has just a fraction of that amount, about €600 million. Angela Merkel wants to redress the balance.
These intergovernment consultations show that China is one of Germany's most important partners. They show that China's role in economic and foreign affairs is increasing, and that China's responsibility for the world and in the world is also growing.
But boosting trade among the two countries is not the only thing the German Chancellor is keen about. China also plays a major part in reining in the Eurozone's debt crisis, and it promises to keep investing in Europe's sovereign bond market.
We have faith in Europe's economy and in the euro, and we said we're going to buy appropriate levels of debt of some European countries if needed.
The British car industry is enjoying a revival, according to auto executives meeting for a summit in London, who say UK firms are well placed to keep making cars and develop new technologies for greener vehicles. Nissan, for instance, the Japanese car maker, recently announced it will build the new version of the Qashqai at its plant in Sunderland, northern England. This month, BMW said it's investing £500 million in the mini plant near Oxford. Both stand proof that the British auto industry is still a driving force, employing some 700,000 people in manufacturing, retail and servicing. However, it is quite a different picture over in Sweden. Cash-strapped car maker Saab sold a €28 million property on Tuesday to stock up on cash. Still, production will remain halted until it reaches a deal with suppliers on unpaid bills. Last week, Saab said it would not pay workers, leading trade unions to threaten to force it into bankruptcy. Before we go, here's a quick overview of the Asian equity indices as well as the oil and currency markets. And after that, Laura Buckwell is back with the news.